Solve problems, eliminate future penalties, reduce burden, create margin, and then solve more problems. That's the core idea. And from yesterday, we know to focus on where our effort eliminates the most penalties. But there's a second key, a simple question that will guide everything else going forward. On average, am I ending each day with more problems or fewer problems than I started? Because problems are constant. New ones will show up every single day. It's the way life works. And older problems keep generating penalties until they're solved. But we also have the ability to solve problems. If problems are piling up in your life faster than you're solving them, your burden will keep increasing and burnout will follow. But if on average you're solving problems faster than they're appearing, taking on the regular ones and then moving on to deeper, older problems, your life becomes easier as you go. Now, the on average part matters. You will have days, weeks, even whole seasons where you just fall behind. That's normal. What matters is the overall directions. Now, there's two ways to improve that direction in your life. The first is speed. How efficiently do you solve problems? If you can do things faster with less friction, then your throughput goes up. And that helps. But it's not the main driver. The second driver is more important, and it's this: depth. How far do you take your problem solving? Every day, there are the obvious problems you have to handle: notes, tasks, responsibilities. And you have to stay on top of those because if they pile up, it will overwhelm everything. But beyond that, most other problems in your life are optional. They're vague, complicated, uncomfortable, endlessly procrastinatable. Your health, your skills, your systems, your relationships. You don't have to work on them today, or tomorrow, or ever. But if you don't, they keep generating penalties in the background. And this is where most people get stuck. If you only handle today's problems, you might stay afloat, but you won't move forward. Your burden will stay the same. The goal is not just to keep up, it's to reduce your overall problem debt. And that requires depth. It requires choosing to keep investing into problem solving even after the obvious work is done, pushing into the less visible problems that actually change your life over time. Now, this leads to an important but counterintuitive idea. If you do it right, working harder and longer can actually reduce your burnout. Now, if you spend extra effort taking on more responsibilities and chasing output, you'll drive yourself deeper into burnout. But if you invest extra time and effort into solving problems, consolidating your life, removing sources of ongoing penalties, then you can make your life easier. There are times when pushing a little further in the right direction pays off because it reduces your future burden. Now, that said, it only works if it's sustainable. You have to respect your limits and allow for recovery. The goal is not to run yourself into the ground. It's to find a rhythm where you rest when needed, but then return to solving problems so that your life genuinely requires less effort over time. The goal is not to fix your whole life today, but consistently to move in the direction of fewer problems. Now, from here, the course will shift. You now understand the whole master framework. From here on, I will walk you through different places in your life where you can invest, places to solve problems and start removing those penalties. We'll start with managing the immediate fires, day-to-day tasks, because that's where many people get stuck. But then, as the course goes on, we'll move into those longer-term, more vague investments that can change the true trajectory of your life. Each video will stay short and focused, just enough to get you started, certainly not its own full CEU course. One 5-minute video might be enough to prompt a 2-year journey of personal growth. But, all that being said, it all comes back to the basics. I can summarize this entire course in one cycle. Solve problems, to remove penalties, to reduce your burden and generate more capacity in your life, but then reinvest that into solving more and deeper problems. Don't just try to feel better. Become someone whose life genuinely requires less effort.